Angie Callahan. Welcome to School Talk Monthly. In this program, you'll hear about a new initiative we've embarked on called American Graduate, Let's Make It Happen. Preview a new professional development series will be airing on Sunday afternoons, and we'll find out who our Schools of the Month are. Our WHRO Classroom Guide online features teacher resources available from the producers of both PBS Primetime and PBS Children's Programming. The descriptions indicate if the site has streaming video and what resources exist, including games, lesson plans, and places for students to submit work. We also have links to interactives that can be used on whiteboards, and information about live instructional programs will be carrying on WHRO 15.1. To access the site, go to whro.org/classroom. We have several live programs coming your way. On Friday, October 21st at 1 o'clock, through the National Park Service and National Geographic's BioBlitz program, we'll be visiting the Sonoran Desert and its exceptional desert biodiversity. To register for this free electronic field trip, go to electronicfieldtrip.org/saguaro. On Friday, November 11th, Fairfax Network Meet the Authors series returns, featuring Lane Elementary first and second grade authors and their book, The Perfect Place for an Elf Owl, the 2011 Grand Prize winning Scholastic Book Fair's Kids Are Authors contest for nonfiction. Also from Fairfax Network, live on Wednesday, November 16th at 1 o'clock, it's Aerospace Academy. This program will show the unique aspects, benefits, and importance of satellites through demonstrations and simple experiments. And in a hands-on activity, students can create their own satellite. For more information on either of these live programs, go to fcps.edu/fairfaxnetwork/index.html. Now let's take a look at the live field trip coming in November from Colonial Williamsburg.
You gave me a word, Master Carter. You said I could keep it by me. You won't sell her. You gave me a word. Oh, my baby.
Father, he is the best among us.
He is not. He cannot be, Moncure. He is a slave.
I wish he could have gone to school with me and been my friend.
You have $300 that I want to borrow. Oh, I will repay you, of course. Even though legally I don't have to.
If you don't like the way I do things, Miss Susanna, why don't you go tell your dad and sell me off?
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Just think. You'll never have to look at me again.
Harsh World, This World airs live Thursday, November 17th at 10 a.m. and again at 1 p.m. For more information on this live electronic field trip, go to history.org/trips. On Sunday, October 23rd at 2 p.m., WHRO's professional development series NetFiles starts a new season and will feature 7th graders from Hugo A. Owens Middle School in Chesapeake. The show also streams at netfiles.org. At 3 p.m. on Sundays, we have a brand new series premiering called Teaching Channel. Here's a clip.
Charles White Elementary serves the MacArthur Park neighborhood of Los Angeles, one of the most densely populated sections of the city. Because of the area's large community of immigrants, one of the school's most significant challenges is a lack of English proficiency. 80% of the student body are English learners, and many of the school's 5th graders are 2 or more years behind grade level in reading. Despite these challenges, 4th grade teacher Isabella Yurkovetsky was rated a most effective teacher by the LA Times based on her students' progress on California standards tests. On average, her students gained 4 percentile points in math and 7 percentile points in English, compared with other students at their grade level. Yurkovetsky refuses to accept the low level of performance that the system often expects from students of similar backgrounds. Instead, she feels a responsibility to push her students harder.
Table number 5, what are you guys working on? You are working on question number 5. Every time I look up, there's a lot of socialization going around. Table number 1.
We're doing assessment 3.
You saw the assignment number 3? You finished with your questions, correct?
Now I'm finished the questions.
My personal philosophy is, if we set bar really low, these students are not going to rise to it. Like, I feel like, in a way, more parallel to physical therapy, where you kind of have to be a little bit tough and say, I know it hurts, but you got to make that step. Because if you don't make that step, you will never walk. So, how did she get hurt? I know you know, even if Angela knows. When I teach, I demand that everybody sit up and have their hands up and look at me. So I do not operate on fear, I operate on respect. Let's come in, put our backpack, get busy with daily bites. I try to create a community. I just try to recognize every student and have them have a job, have a part, have a responsibility. And Manuel is going to lead us to Mr. Crowder's shake tent.
10, 9, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
So they have ownership. This is their classroom. And might look a little crooked, not perfect, but they made it. And so they take pride. And hands and eyes. Okay. Let's go over the roles. Lift your right hand. Lift your left hand. They're both working, and we have the rules over there. Okay, what is our rule number 2? Okay, let's do it. Raise your hand. So, which habitat would we find this plant? Daniela.
At the desert.
In the desert. You know what? I think this calls for a little preposition because I heard at the desert. Let's all stand up. In, on.
In, on.
In rooms, spaces, and lines.
In rooms, spaces, and lines.
We stayed on Maui.
We stayed on Maui.
They work in that room.
They work in that room.
Those pictures on the wall.
Those pictures on the wall.
In, on.
In, on.
In, on. Most of my students are English language learners, and in their first language, they don't have a rich vocabulary. My students just say, give me that thing, give me that thing. So in class, a lot of times I try to find names for everything. At first I thought it was because they don't know the English word for it. But first, let's go over some vocabulary. But then I overhear them speak in Spanish, and they call it a thing in Spanish as well. Dropper. What word do you see inside the dropper? What word do you see that you know? Emily.
Drop.
We see drop. Okay, what is this?
Spoon.
What kind of spoon? Remember I told you?
Tablespoon.
No, it's a
Spoon.
teaspoon. Let's give it some adjectives. What is it made of, Alicia? Plastic. Excellent. So, Max. So, listen to this. Max, did you live in Russia? Did you live in the desert? Ты жил в пустыне?
Мама купила растение. А
Okay.
потом, когда я
Hold on,
болела...
slowly, I will try. So his mother bought the plant. Мама купила растение. What happened then?
Вот это гел положила мне в чай. Я попил, вылечился.
So she put gel in his tea. So he drank and he got better.
She squeezed the plant.
Squeezed, yes. My grandma had the same plant. But we did not live in a desert. It was really cold, lots of snow. But this plant is very hardy. Whatever we're doing, I try to connect it. You know, I try to, if we're reading, I really try for students to make some connections with the text we're reading.
What? I asked with a frown. Callie's smile looks like it's hiding a bad idea, and I'm not sure I want to know. Let's get the axe and split a log for the fire, she says.
Because our students do not see reading in their families, they kind of have this really weird concept of reading. They feel like reading just saying words. And they don't interact with the text.
When I get to the door, Callie has the lantern lit and is dragging the rocking chair over to the wall. Don't stand on that. It's too tottery.
Why is she dragging the rocking chair to the wall? Why? Is the chair steady or is it wobbly?
Wobbly.
What do you predict might happen?
She might fall.
She might fall. What do you think, Manuel T?
I think she might fall and get cut.
All right, get her. Okay, very
I
good.
cry, and I run to hold the rocker while Callie climbs up.
Oh
and
my
waits for the
God. Oh
wobbly
my
to
God. Hold
stop.
on a second. What kind of chair is it?
Rocking chair.
Was it a wise decision? No. Rocking chair. Is rocking chair. All right.
Babies.
Stop. When the chair is still.
So what I started with connecting, like connecting what they're reading about to something that happened to them, connecting it maybe to another story, or connecting it to something else they saw, but mostly connecting it to themselves. And that's why your mom, when she's putting right and it's burning, she's probably saying, don't cry, it's going to feel better. So Maisie is doing exactly the same thing.
Mr. Pesky,
Back to the book. Yes.
can you make a connection?
Okay, go ahead.
Is it because Mom told me a story that when she was in Guatemala, her brother was at college and he was wearing those cowboy boots, and he was walking down the stairs and he slipped and he twisted his ankle, and then he was talking with him.
Yeah.
Pulled his leg.
Oh, he said it. Yeah. So, yeah. Sometimes like they do.
That to my owner.
Okay. So we all have a connection. Aldair has a connection. Aldair.
I broke my arm, and when I said I was fine, and when we got home, I couldn't feel my arm anymore, and I couldn't move it, and so the next day, it got I couldn't. When I went to school, I couldn't write or anything, so they
Was swollen, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
couldn't do anything.
So when you went to get it fixed, did they talk to you while they were fixing it? They always do that, right? So you don't think what they're doing. Anthony, do you have a connection?
Yes.
All right, go ahead, connect.
I seen this movie where they.
Okay, so hold on a second. And Anthony now is making connection to something else, a movie or a story. Okay, go ahead.
I seen this movie where this girl and they were driving in a truck and they got crashed. Then a zombie came and ate her leg. Ate her leg. Then she went to the hospital. And then there was a war of zombies.
I know. You were watching Grindhouse. Okay, that you have to be 13 to watch that. So were they talking to her when they were fixing her leg? All right. Okay.
These ponies will stop it. Can you smell how sweet?
The teachable moment. That's what we want to have all the time. Doesn't happen all the time, but teachable moment when you have 110%, when they made a connection, they're interested in the topic, and they really want to know all about it. There's a fad in our school. Students are making these little origami things called spinners, and they're really disruptive. But they love it. They love folding them and they spin them, and they're crazy about them. They collect them. I have my own collection of confiscated spinners. Okay. I'm gonna have an art collection. So, am I going to fight the spinners? No. Oh, they're all really into it. I'll take the spinner. I'll turn it into a vocabulary activity. Okay, all right, okay. I had them the same and then I did them different. Okay. Even maybe if it's something I did not plan to teach, I got everybody. Like this.
Oh wow. Okay.
I need help. And we're gonna write our vocabulary words. What vocabulary words are we writing? In chain. Good. All right, I'm helping you out.
Compromise, education, especially, and celebrate.
I mean, I want to get their attention. I want to get their engagement. The teachable moment is when they're all engaged. And you never really know what is going to trigger it. California was part of what country?
Mexico.
Mexico, good. And Mexico was part of what country?
California. No, Spain.
Okay, so look at the map of our neighborhood and find some names that are Spanish. Highlight them, names of the streets that are Spanish. What names do you think are Spanish? Carandale, that sounds Spanish to me as well. Okay, share with your group, share with your group.
No, because it's part of Spanish.
All right,
And then
all right. So,
I know because it's part of Spanish too.
why? And I want you to find out on your own who was Alvarado and who was Coronado. They were real people. Yes. Yes.
Their name were people.
The name of people, but who were they?
They were Spanish people.
So why do they have Spanish names in California?
Yeah, they're part of Spain.
Because
California is part of Mexico. Mexico is part of Spain. Yes.
Great, excellent. Give ourselves a pat on the back. Okay.
Chomsky said that language develops when we play games because we have to interact with each other.
And hands and eyes. People that have finished their math test are going to practice their addition, subtraction, place value things, playing games. Still bored, Manuel? All right. You have to wait till I finish the sentence.
They learn to interact, turn-taking, being polite, reading directions. They're like, oh, that's why I have to learn to read, so I could read the directions and play the game.
If the fraction is not 1/10 or 1/12, take a piece from the drop. Oh, look, it says right here. If you get 1/5 pieces, you get 3 points.
Una cosa.
There are directions. There are somebody should be checking the directions. Arnulfo? Directions. The games have rules.
We have rules, but nobody tells us what to say. Whereas computer games, somebody already programmed it, what's happening. And it occurs naturally. And they love it.
Let's clean up.
I came to the United States when I was 15, and nobody spoke my language, so people automatically assumed that I was not very intelligent. So I'm always cognizant how they feel, this powerlessness of not having a voice. I'm just always giving them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they cannot express themselves because they do not have the language.
You've been previewing Teaching Channel. This multi-segment package of 60-minute blocks is all about teaching and will be airing every Sunday at 3 p.m. on WHRO. The programming is also available for streaming and downloading from the series website, teachingchannel.org. Now it's time to recognize our schools of the month. Oakland Elementary School in Suffolk was recently awarded a grant from the Dollar General Literacy Foundation in the amount of $2,850 to expand the school's program for students who read below grade level. The grant will be used to fund Oakland's Read and Succeed Book Club program, which is offered to 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. Each student in the program will receive books along with their audio versions and parent packs with information on encouraging their child to read. For promoting independent reading and improving students' ease of reading and comprehension, we honor Oakland, our Elementary School of the Month. For the second year in a row, students at Tabb Middle School will participate in the Virginia First Lego League program with a sponsorship from BAE Systems. This year, Tabb's teams will compete in the 2011 Food Factor Challenge, where they will have to build, test, and program a robot to solve a set of food safety missions, as well as research, develop, and share their innovative food safety solutions. The First LEGO League provides students ages 9 through 14 with an opportunity to challenge their math and science skills in an internationally recognized competitive environment, and provides a hands-on interactive robotics program with a sports-like atmosphere. For giving students the chance to solve real-world engineering challenges, develop important life skills, and develop solutions to problems currently facing the world, we congratulate TAB, our middle school of the month. Over the summer, a group of students from Bethel High School in Hampton spent 4 weeks aboard a floating classroom, canoeing down the James River through rising tides, thunderstorms, and raging rapids. Living on the water by day and camping in the wilderness at night, the group joined schools from Richmond, Charlottesville, and Lynchburg to participate in water quality monitoring, river resource mapping, and watershed restoration efforts, all led by the James River Association. With a sponsorship of $50,000 from Dominion Resources, the canoe trip began near the West Virginia border and crossed nearly 340 miles of the James, all the way back to Hampton. For providing students with a model on how to take an ambitious plan and work together to achieve it, we salute Bethel, our high school of the month. The Williams School in Norfolk is starting off the new school year by implementing a big and little sibling program for all students to take part in. An annual tradition at Williams, beginning every September, each child in grades K through 4 receives a big brother or sister in grades 5 through 8. The students receive anonymous letters and treats from their siblings until they finally get to meet on a Friday afternoon picnic. In addition to the various activities, the students will attend assemblies together and enjoy special meals throughout the year. For creating bonds between students across all ages and grade levels, we applaud the Williams School, our independent school of the month. Earlier in the program, we mentioned our new initiative, American Graduate, Let's Make It Happen. Launched by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting with participation from PBS, America's Promise Alliance, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, WHRO was selected to be one of 20 community hubs in the nation. We will be providing resources and services to raise awareness and work directly with students, parents, teachers, mentors, volunteers, and leaders to improve on-time graduation rates. One of our first activities was an American Graduate Tech Trek this summer. Here's what some of the teachers attending had to say about the week.
It has been amazing. I came into the week kind of being a little bit shy about it because I don't do that many technology enhancements in my classroom already other than, boring PowerPoints. So I'm really excited. Now we get to use the Prezi, and now we get to use all kinds of Google Docs. I have my website all hooked up now. So it's going to be so beneficial, and the kids are going to be able to get on and be interactive with those websites and be able to download the documents and work together in groups on the site. So I think it'll be really helpful for them in my classroom.
I would love to be able to put an iPod in their hand and just see their face light up versus me handing them a textbook or a workbook and they're just like, oh, I gotta do this again. So it's completely different in the level of motivation that you just can't get that with a textbook versus a piece of technology.
It's going to bring in a lot of new ideas. There's going to be a lot of new things that I'm bringing to my kids. There's going to be fun hooks and hopefully things that are going to really get them excited about learning science and making those little connections so that they can remember what we learn and remember it for more than the duration till the next test.
Oh, I think I've been reinvigorated about teaching. I feel like I will be able to help make my lessons more engaging, get my students to buy into them more. I'm just really excited. they'll learn the material just because they're working on the animation and movie making and things that they enjoy doing, and they'll learn it in spite of themselves.
Well, we're a summer program which we basically just focus on leadership training and working with technology in order to enhance our personal skills and help other people in our community as well. And this week we did the tech track with you all at WHRO, and we tried to help the teachers learn things that we knew that they might not have been so comfortable with. And it was an interesting experience because we were able to be the teachers for once instead of the students. I was basically helping with the movie maker and the photo story, and teachers weren't really that familiar with it, and so it was cool for me because I use it sometimes with my projects, and it was interesting to see how they incorporate it into their curriculum during the school year.
Oh, that's why a little bit squished.
Well, I thought I was tech savvy, thought I was using all new things until I came here and found out, boy, I'm so behind already. So I was really re-energized to do technology things, and I can see my students just lighting up when they see these new innovative things that they haven't been exposed to before. You know, not just Facebook, because they do that all the time, but the Paperly, for example. You know, if you could take the tweets or the Facebook and make it into a paper and then use that, that's amazing. So I just have so many ideas in my head. I'm not sure where to start first, but can't wait to start.
Let's just say I'm expecting great things to happen in my classroom this year. I know I'm going to incorporate a lot of the things I've learned this week. And as I said to someone earlier this week, it's like this is the first time I've done an in-service, so I can actually take stuff back to the classroom, and I will actually be using them and hopefully get the kids more engaged and get those test scores up. Oh, that's right, we're not supposed to mention the test scores, but grades up and graduation rate up for the students.
What it's meant to me is it's given me a little bit more of a comfort level so that I can relate it. I'm still going to be learning from them, but at least I have a concept understanding of the materials and the technology that they've been, born with. I feel like this week has been like a trip to the digital country, to the technology world, and I've just been immersed in technology, and so I've been forced to learn the language and learn the ways of the world that I'm in, and so it's just been wonderful. It's just a great experience.
Other aspects of our American Graduate Project include Our Voices digital storytelling for students, ongoing professional development for teachers, and a teacher town hall, where we will be recruiting 100 area teachers to participate. Stay tuned for more on American Graduate. Let's make it happen. This program and all the links we talk about are available online at schooltalk.org. Well, that's all for now. See you next time on School Talk.